Hello and welcome to Rob Reviews. Today we've got a very exciting one. We've got some facts about the internet, facts about Google, and then later on I let my subs and my Instagram followers choose the first 3 words that we put into a Google search. So I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, Rob, you review things that you didn't have as a child. Why are you doing one about the internet? Well, let me tell you. I didn't have the internet when I was a child. That's right, I got it when I was about 13. So this is very relevant to my channel because it is something I didn't have as a child. But first, as always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. It helps the channel grow, and I very much appreciate it if you do. Remember to like and comment on this video to extend the reach into the YouTube universe and algorithms and all that internet jargon. So here we go, fact time. The World Wide Web, as we know it today, was invented by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989. There were different versions of the internet before, but the one that we know and the one we love was in 1989 by Tim Berners-Lee. And then a few years later, 2 clever guys called Larry Page and Sergey Brin, they created Google, and that was in 1998. Now, did you know that when you put in a Google search, it takes 1,000 computers 0.2 seconds to find your query? Pretty damn quick. And another interesting fact about Google, before it was called Google, they named it Backrub. Could you imagine that? You got a query? Oh my god, let me just backrub that for you. Just gonna backrub it for you. Hang on, gonna find it. Give me 0.2 seconds. I'm so glad they changed it to Google. That would be horrendous. And then here's something that's related but not really related. First webcam was created in 1991. Not for the use that I'm using it for now. It was actually to observe coffee. Some scientists, coffee pot was in the other room. They wanted to know when it's ready so they didn't have to leave their exciting jobs. They'd have a little camera pointing at the coffee pot so they knew when it was ready. Genius! So I think we need to go through some pros and cons of the internet. I think we should start with the pros. The pros are literally you've got all the information. The tips of your fingertips, just type it in and you've got all that information. Are you kids now? You can just go to Google and figure out your assignment that you're doing. Whereas when I was younger, had to go to the library. I had to walk all the way down the street and open a book. I know, a book. And some more pros. The internet, Google, whatever else have given us things like YouTube, Instagram, which you can follow, Rob_reviews, and things like Twitter, Facebook, and all of that good stuff that we use nowadays to connect with our friends, to meet new people, and to put content out there for enjoyment for others. And that's another thing, before I forget, gaming. Internet has brought lots of friends together through gaming. Without the internet, you wouldn't be able to do multiplayers online. And that would be a sad time. A really sad time. So really, the internet is a great thing. However, there are some bad sides to the internet. And it does relate to the social media side of it. You've got people on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, rolling away behind their little keyboards thinking they're funny. That's not cool. We don't like you. Stop it. And also, more cons of the internet is it keeps all of your information. It even starts telling you what you should be doing. Like, for example, watching a TV show, and they went to St Andrews in Scotland, so I thought, whereabouts is that? So off I go, Google Maps, type in St Andrews, figured that out. Not 10 minutes later, Google pops up with a notification saying, "Are you looking to travel to St Andrews? Plan your trip here. Google/travel. Not even 10 minutes later. It's trying to organise a holiday for me. And then when you go to like Argos or an online shop, you start searching for, I don't know, sleeping bag. You've bought your sleeping bag, you're happy with your sleeping bag's arrived. Any other site that you go to that has adverts on, are you looking for a sleeping bag? We've got the best sleeping bag here. So don't tell me that now. I literally just bought one. Why are you bringing to me a better option? You should have done that when I was buying it. But for months later, you will have adverts for a sleeping bag that you now no longer need. Why does it do that? Sure, it's useful, but I don't want it and I don't like it. More cons about the internet. Do you want some more cons? I've got loads. But I think the worst thing for me, so you see, this is becoming a bit of a review. The worst thing for me is the fact that it just tells you what you should be doing or telling you what it thinks you should be doing. Like if you go and search for something, it'll start giving you suggestions for something you don't even want. Which actually leads me quite nicely onto our next segment. So here we are, the most fun and interesting bit, where I ask my subscribers and Instagram followers, give me the first 3 words of a Google search, and we'll see what road it takes us down and what suggestions it thinks we should be looking for, that we're probably not. So the first suggestion was from my mate Wixie, who asks, can I fit? So let's type that in and see what we get. Can I fit? And here's some random suggestions, like, can I fit? Google then thinks you're wanting to ask, can I fit my own gas cooker? Okay, what else do we have? We have, okay, so these are quite useful ones, actually, thinking about it. You could be wanting to know if you can fit your own windows. So the next one I got from my mate Dino. I used to work with Dino, lovely chap. This is what he asks. Help me find. So, help me find. Okay, these are actually useful ones as well, I think, by the looks of it. Got help me find a job. Help me find a career. Help me find a book. Well, this one, help me find my socks. How is Google gonna help you find your socks? 2 from Homer at bat. He asks, first of all, what's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference between jokes? Okay, again, a useful one between a cold and COVID. Okay, this is throwing up some fairly useful things. And the other one that Homer at bat asked was, how far is? Okay, so they're quite relevant ones as well. How far is Harvard? Yeah, how far is the moon from Earth? I mean, you could be searching that. So we've got a couple more now. We've got a couple from Fozzie Does Things. Not gonna lie, these ones I'm a bit terrified of, but we're gonna see what he asked. The first one he asked was, what do you? Spell it right. What do you mean? What do you mean game? What do you mean family edition? What do you mean? What do you call jokes? What do you get with Amazon Prime? Now that's a good one. What do you mean UK? What do you need to register a birth? What do you need to travel to Spain? Again, quite useful ones, I think. It's kind of proving me wrong. By doing this, it's proving me wrong. Actually, maybe Google and the internet is quite a good thing. And the fact it does give you lots of random suggestions. But I might not be looking for what do you mean. And then I'll go looking into what do you mean and probably buy the game because it's a fantastic game. And it's not what I came here to do. This is the one that I'm terrified of. Fozzie Does Things asks. That's right. Can you suck? And we've got, can you suck in your stomach when pregnant? Can you suck in a baby bump? I mean, who's gonna try that? I mean, seriously, it's a human inside your tummy. Can you still squeeze your stomach while pregnant? Why is it coming up with pregnant things? Can I hurt my baby by feeding my tummy? Why is it coming up with pregnant things? I don't think I've ever searched for a pregnant thing in my life. To be honest, I thought he was going to come up with something a little bit ruder than this, which these suggestions are quite helpful, but it's not relevant to me, Google. Okay, so there we are. We've kind of researched the internet, reviewed the internet, and we've done some search terms, which actually turned out to be quite useful. I'm almost a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest. I was hoping for something a little bit funnier and more disastrous. But there are some pros and there are some cons of the internet, but overall, the internet as we know it, it has kind of shaped the world into what we know right now, like working from home, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of these social media activities we can get up to from a little device in our hand called a mobile phone. Pretty damn useful, pretty damn good. A long time ago, I can't work out the maths. The internet was created, and then Google, and here we are, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, websites, information at your fingertips. When I had to go to a library to do my research for work, for school, it was disastrous. I'm so glad we have the internet. Overall, it is a wondrous place. But you do get those idiots that want to be keyboard warriors, trolls, muppets. So I am thankful for the internet. I'm glad we have it. Because without it, Rob Reviews would not exist, YouTube would not exist, and I wouldn't be able to do this with you. We're going to end the video there. I think I've rambled on enough. I've had so much fun looking into it, looking at all the little facts, and things that you may not have known, things I didn't know. It's been good. So do make sure you subscribe, like and comment, and we will very much see you soon for another video. Take care.